Welcome back, everybody, to Waterbox Wednesday.
The most awesome day of the week.
It is. We're live here every Wednesday at 6 p.m. Eastern. You can follow me and Jess on Instagram there as well. If you haven't already, smash that like button.
Mandatory.
Mandatory.
Subscribe. Mandatory.
Yes, subscribing is 100% mandatory. And it's also 100% mandatory to hit those notifications as well.
You don't want to miss anything. We're always we have 1 or 2 shows a week. We've got other content we're going to be dropping, so you don't want to miss anything. So definitely want to stay tuned. But today we're adding our second round of fish from ORA to the all-in-one Peninsula 65.4. Very exciting because we got a lot of cute fish. So that is coming up. Let's get started. All right,
Welcome
back from the awesome intro.
If you haven't already, you don't have to smash the like button.
You can hit it gently.
You can also lightly graze it. Okay? You lightly graze it. I don't want anybody to blow an O-ring.
Let's not do that.
Yeah, so just lightly graze it, smash it, whatever you want to do. Just don't break your phone. And also subscribe to the channel. But if you guys don't know already.
All right, I'm out of commission for a minute.
Okay. All right, we'll see you guys later. If you don't know already, we're giving away a 65.4 at the end of this giveaway. If you want to win that giveaway, you got to head over to waterboxaquariums.com/all-in-one. Real easy to do that. Put your email in, a couple things, and you can earn more entries by performing social actions like subscribing to us on YouTube, following us on Instagram, following ORA on Instagram. Lots of different cool things to do there. Definitely take advantage of it. You're going to win an all-in-one plus some ORA fish corals and a SICCE pump. So definitely no reason not to enter. Engage with us today too, because we're going to be giving away some stuff like we do every stream.
Yeah, so we have a CJ t-shirt and then also a CJ Syncra Silent 2.0 to give away. You got to be active in the comments, asking questions, answering questions, just commenting stuff. That's how the winners are going to be picked there. We're also picking the winner for the ORA swag giveaway that we did on Instagram. And you definitely want to get all your entries in, go through all the actions, because next week is the last week of this series. Yeah. It is sad to end, but it is a 8-week series. And here's the thing about the giveaway. We're going to announce that winner later in the episode. And then also,
the posts are building.
On the giveaway page, you can see all the past episodes that we've done. Watch this from the very beginning. It's an amazing series that we've done because it's all aquaculture. All the inverts, fish, and corals are from ORA. They're amazing over there. They've got a great selection, and they've got so much great stuff going on with aquaculture and helping the environment, new species all the time that they are breeding. So definitely check them out. Worth asking for ORA from your local fish store. You can get them through Live Aquaria, all those places.
Definitely support those guys. They've been doing it for 25 years. It's a great, great company to support. And it's really important for this hobby too. So definitely ask
And after
for
seeing
ORA.
how this tank is coming along, you can see how beautiful a fully aquacultured system can be. You're not limited on your choices. There's a lot of color and stuff like that. So yesterday, our second shipment of fish actually did arrive here so that we could get them acclimated and in the aquarium for you guys to see today. But we recorded them coming in, them getting acclimated, and we're going to go ahead and show you that. All right, so of course, nice box here, styrofoam, and with us being in Florida, some ice packs. Because it's hot here. It is ridiculous. And some cute little fish.
We got the fish.
Yeah, some squishy. Oh yeah, I meant to put squishy fish up here. So here's all of them bagged, individually bagged, and then in one larger bag in case of any leak. Here we have the ORA Pajama Cardinal. Cardinals are great because they're super peaceful, do great in groups because they'll school together, and pretty much will eat anything, real docile. So we did get 4 of these guys in. And they have a pretty unique pattern. Their eyes red, then they got like the polka dots on their body. And they kind of suspend themselves in the water column, which is cool.
These are cool.
Lemon damselfish. So most people are like, oh my God, damsels. This is one of the more peaceful varieties. So they're gonna get along well with the group of fish that we've put in here. And of course, ORA has picked this out as a good group. to go together. So 3 of these guys going to add a nice active splash of yellow.
If you guys didn't watch the video on the fish, they said that these are one of the more challenging ones for them, right?
Yeah, damsels have been very challenging for breeding. But of course, you know, we're only going to pick the ones that are going to be a more peaceful variety.
Sure.
They're little fat things too. One of my personal favorites is the chalk basslet. And these guys, I love them. They only get a couple inches long. And once you see them under the light, they like iridescent. Every time they turn, they've got different blues of pink, blue, purple. And they also do well in groups. So there's 3 of them going into this aquarium. So we got 4 pajama cardinals, 3 lemon damsels, 3 chalk basslets. Can't wait for you to see them actually in the tank. They're one of my favorite underrated fish for sure.
I love this tank. There's so much life in it now. It's really
All right, orchid dotty back, as we saw in the videos in the previous episodes of when we visited there, how amazingly bright these are.
Under natural sunlight.
Under natural sunlight.
It looks like they're under a black light.
You can have any light in your aquarium and it is super bright. We got the ORA white spotted pygmy filefish. Now this is a new one to me. And this guy is really cool. He's actually a pygmy filefish. He's gonna get no bigger than 3 inches and has no reports of eating coral. So, which is pretty good. You know, a lot of filefish have a risk of it.
Look at that.
And filefish have the cutest personality and body shape. So he's gonna be a really fun addition. And here, go ahead and set up our drip acclimation. So I just use a airline tubing, tie off a knot at the end until I get the drip rate that I want.
This is an extremely expensive way to
so high tech.
Yeah.
Here we go. So I'm just clipping it in place and we're gonna acclimate the fish about 30-45 minutes, but I'm adding some prime in to neutralize any ammonia and stuff that could be in the bags. But once it hits the air, it can become more toxic.
Pick up some of those clamps too if you're running pipes and stuff.
They're really good for water filling hoses, just anything. Here we go. We're gonna start catching them out, letting them into the aquarium here. First off is our pajama cardinals. They're going on in there. They're all gonna huddle together like, oh no, where are we?
What's happening?
And then we've got the lemon damsel. You can see, really nice bright pop of color. So they're gonna be super active in the water column.
If you guys have questions about these fish, put them below. ORA should be here in the chat with us as well.
Yes, Donna's in here. I'm gonna try and get to any questions. We'll try and go through them as well. All right, and then we've got, moving on in here, some of the chalk basslets. I think the last one, he was a hard one to get. He was very fast. There you go. So I'm just gently releasing them in after they've done their acclimation. Let them kind of hang out together and figure out their spots and investigate everything. Orchid dotty back, just so bright. And he hid like pretty much right away.
Yeah.
So the filefish, because they do have spiky fins, did not put him in a net. Went ahead and caught him in a cup and then put him into here. If you put a filefish into a net, they very easily can get stuck and then you're trying to separate them out of the net, which is never good for them. So there he is.
Kind of looks like a miniature sunfish or something.
Yeah, they're really cute. So we got him in like the day before. Oh, there he is. Like, he's so cool. Lots of spots and he's just kind of cruising around. It's pretty neat because their little fins are clear, but they're like moving so fast to keep them.
And it almost is as if he blends into the rock. I noticed that his color patterns will change based on what he's next to.
They can, you can go from like solid dark to like solid light and in between. So they do camouflage really well with their environment. Little lemon damsel, probably saying the lemon peel like, hi, you look like me. They kind of hung out together for a while. Another lemon peel's like, nah, you're not my kind, please go.
Imposter.
And there's the cardinal. So you can see there's a lot of pattern in these guys. So red eye, got the polka dot stripes, you know, a good mix of stuff. They look like a little quilt put together.
Yeah.
But they don't really match any part of itself. But they just hang in the water column, which is pretty cool because they're usually pretty easy to find and see. I love his little clear fins. And the chalk basslets.
Those guys are so cool.
So yeah, and it might be hard to capture on the camera, but they do iridescence from blue to pink to purple and all the different colors, and they're very like reflective and shimmery. Oh, Black Storm's got to get in there. So these guys are neat, and they're super peaceful. Gonna get a couple inches long. You know, usually like the rock to be where they can kind of hide as needed, but these guys have been out and about and pretty social.
I'd be interested to know where in the water column those are typically found. Like depths.
Middle to lower, and kind of around the rock, but enough where you
But
can
like
usually see them.
depth-wise, do you know?
I want to say they're a little bit deeper water.
Yeah.
And then you got your orchid dotty back.
Maybe Donna can answer that one.
Yeah. Where are they located in the reefs, Donna? The chalk basslets.
Deep water, shallow water? Where are they at?
There he is. All right. Now, the tank is very busy now. I love it. It's added a lot of activity in there. It's a lot of small fish, so they're going to have plenty of room to grow. They should all get along really well by their temperaments and stuff like that. So I think we're going to actually go see the fish.
Yeah, we get to take a look at them here
And
live.
give them some food, get you to take a look at everyone kind of happy and adjusted in there. We always like to get fish in the day before if possible, because at first fish do hide.
Yeah.
They don't tend to be out and about a lot right away. So this way they're kind of adjusted and are going to show you everyone kind of moving around.
If you guys haven't already, lightly graze that like button. Just
Softly touch it.
Softly touch it until it lights up. It helps us out a lot.
Are you coming?
Yeah, I think so.
Are you coming over here?
I think I'll come over there here in a second.
I don't know. Rich might have he just called it for the end of the show. So you can see
take a
everyone
seat.
here. And our little chalk basslets at the bottom. There's two of them there. Lemon damsels don't necessarily school, but they're usually pretty close to each other. Kind of hanging. You can see if we can find everybody. I'm going to throw some food in a minute, and everyone will definitely come out at that point. But I also wanted to show this. So, of course, we got another card from ORA. They sent us one with our first set of fish shipment, and they sent us another one. And, of course, they like to tell jokes, so it's going along with their motif. So they sent us a nice little picture as a joke here. The ocean says, "I'll meet you at high tide." The shore says, "Sure." So I love them. They're funny. They have a great personality. So we have to share our ongoing ocean versus shore
I love it. It's great.
jokes that they're sending us. Oh, Gary turned around.
Gary.
Gary, where's Gary? Can I turn
Who
him?
knows?
Can I turn him for us?
I think you have to.
Hold on. We should play a game of where's Gary? Move, Gary.
I love the life in here, though. There's so many different little fish, little reef fish, lots of different colors, lots of different patterns. Really, really cool.
All right, so we're going to see, along with looking at all the fish, if you guys can find Gary.
Yeah,
It's our daily thing to see if we can find him. Sometimes he's
Gary?
hiding, sometimes he's not.
There's Gary.
Hi, Gary.
He's looking at you guys.
We love Gary, so we gave him a little personality. We've been
Love it.
chuckling about it a lot. So I'm going to go ahead and put in some food. And we are actually feeding exclusively Rod's food here at the studio. It's our #1 choice for food. A lot of great varieties. And I'm doing a mix of original blend and polyp poppers. The polyp poppers are really small pieces, great for like the little neon gobies and stuff.
You've been
And
using
also
this
coral.
food for a long time, haven't you, Jess?
Yeah, so this has been my favorite food years and years and years. So we're happy to actually be exclusively feeding Rod's food here at the Waterbox studio to all of our aquariums. And they have such a wide variety. You can pretty much any tank you have, they're going to have a mix for you. And then we're using the original blend, which has coral food, but also small and medium chunks of meaty stuff and a little bit of seaweed in it. As you can see, they love it. Even the pickiest fish eat really, really well with rods. It's all frozen varieties. That's why you can see everyone.
Even though it looks like the filefish is going after it, too.
Oh yeah, the filefish is loving it. He'll take on a big old piece. So everyone has been eating right away really, really, really well with this. The little Cardinals have been kind of shy because there's like the small guys in here, but they're coming out. They're kind of hanging around the back mostly. Little Dottybac's back there looking for his food. Hungry guys. I'm gonna throw a little food that way. There's the Dottyback. So beautiful. Gary's looking at you.
He's looking directly at me.
Looking at you guys.
What are you looking at, man? Come on.
He's like, where's my food? It's on the rocks, man. It's on the rocks. He poops so much.
He does.
He really
everywhere.
does.
I don't feel like that you need any other snails in there with that.
No, he's done a
guy.
great job keeping it clean. There's a couple like little Sarah things in there, but
It's hard to tell on camera too how big he actually is.
it is really hard to tell. But I mean, he's the biggest trochus I've ever seen, and he does a great job cleaning that whole aquarium. And he's moving all day long. He was like a little nap, and he's like back and moving. He trucks it along that tank. He cleans everything. So the fish are looking amazing. Everyone's getting along. They're all adjusted, out and about. And I really think it's at the perfect amount of fish in there. Now they can just pretty much grow, just be happy in there. Don't see any more fish really that we need to add. And it's amazing though, because that with an all-in-one, you really have a lot of space in there.
Yeah.
The Peninsula style is really, really nice, and the fish have so much swimming space, which is great.
Troy said we should put a mustache on him. I don't know if there's any reef-safe mustaches.
I don't know. I've been toying with the idea of like trying to find like little like miniature doll like
Hats.
cowboy hat. Like we get him a cowboy hat and like some other stuff that maybe we can just like. But I don't want to glue all that to him.
Yeah.
You know.
Like a little cumbersome.
Yeah. So we figured the eyes was a good start. He might occasionally show up with a hat or facial hair. We don't know. Stay tuned to Where's Gary.
You never know.
I'm gonna start on the Instagram, on our Instagram, like start doing a Where's Gary every few days.
Yeah.
And you never know what might happen with him. We're gonna find out.
Everybody loves Gary. Especially now that we gave him new eyes.
I've been laughing all day with Gary. I keep going up to him, seeing. I'm waiting for him to go upside down on one of the times. He loves to be upside down on one of the little arches. Can't wait for his eyeballs to be like upside down. So stay tuned for that fun stuff. Oh yeah, real quick one to show you because we're talking about Rod's food and the varieties that they have. You'll see us using quite a few of them on our future builds. They have a little bit of everything. So definitely check them out. The website should be in the link. And so you can see it basically, you've got original blend, herbivore, fish only, you know, predator blend. You've got stuff first for corals. You've got plankton.
Tons of different varieties.
Tons of different varieties. We're also using their seaweed. They've got red, green, and purple, and then a combo pack. They even have freshwater food now. So a lot of options on the Rod's food, but definitely check them out. It's an amazing frozen food.
I like some of those names.
Polyp poppers, tentacle teasers. I'll give Rod's Pop. They're very creative. All of their packages of their food have a fish, and it's usually telling some kind of joke or talking about something funny.
Yeah.
So they have a great sense of humor too. We always meld well with well-humored people.
Yeah.
So
For
check
sure.
them out. You'll see more of that food being used as we go along. So I think we're do questions coming up.
You want to do questions? Let's
Q&A, and make sure you guys post your questions below, answer other people's questions. We're giving away SICCE shirt and pump at the end of the show.
Reefer Build says, get a hat for the urchin. He makes his own hats with shells and seaweed.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's, one of them right now has a 4-shell hat. It's all like little, what were the little, I forget what the little things, shrimp, limpets, little limpet
limpets.
shells. He's got 4 of them hanging on his hat. The other one has a piece of seaweed stuck across it. So they decorate themselves. They don't need our help. Gary's the one who's going to possibly get a nice wardrobe.
Yeah.
We're going to see what happens. All right. Alejandro says, so are clownfish only aggressive with one another? I was told to only get a pair. Yeah, more than 2 clownfish in an aquarium, you're usually going to have them fight or kill off the odd man out. And unless it's a really large aquarium, there are exceptions, of course. So 2 clowns, but they generally are going to get along with other fish in the aquarium unless it's a small tank, and they're going to claim all of that as their own.
Natalie says, I've been wanting some lemon damsels. Would they be okay with a mandarin dragonet pair?
They should. They're one of the more peaceful damsels. So, you know, with being aquacultured and a peaceful species, you should be fine. And they usually kind of live in different zones. The mandarin's sticking around the rock. The damsel's going to be a pretty open swimmer. Donna, if you think differently, definitely drop it in the comments. But as far as I know, I don't see any issue with that. Pottery by Alonzo says, how many lemons can go in a 20? Depends on what else you're putting in there. They're still damsels. You know, even a peaceful damsel in too small of an aquarium will be more territorial and aggressive. So I need more information on that. If they're the only fish, you could probably put a couple, but I wouldn't necessarily put damsels in that small tank.
Steven says, are cardinals a schooling type fish?
They are. They love company, and they'll pretty much all kind of suspend and hang out together. So you can, you know, do, I'd say if you want to do schooling, 3 and up on those ones there. Steven says, how do you know if you're overfeeding your tank? Algae, too high of nitrates, food left over on the ground. Those are going to be your key, and high phosphates as well.
Victoria says, are dotty backs okay for a Peninsula 15 or is it too small?
Once again, same as like with the damsel question, depends on what's going in there. In that small of aquarium, you're going to have more territorial and aggression issues. So I would avoid it unless it's pretty much like the only fish in there.
Oh, sorry.
Nope.
Whoop, whoop, whoop.
Nope.
Whoop.
Maybe
I'm
not.
trying to find a question I just saw that was very good. And I hope that Keenan doesn't put it up. But Garrett says, what's the largest hiccup in this series? Like nothing goes to completely to plan is what he says.
What's the biggest hiccup?
Yeah. Jess is pretty good at what she does. I don't know. She's been doing this a long time.
I mean, you're gonna make me say there haven't been any, and then I have to knock on wood, and then something bad's gonna happen.
There's some wood right here.
Yeah, nothing. This build has gone really amazing.
Yeah.
I've had absolutely 0 issues.
Jess has a recipe for these aquariums. That's exactly what we show you here. And it works really well.
Yeah, I mean, I would say that generally most of our builds and stuff we do, there is no hiccups. Maybe on occasion there might be something random small that happens, but never any major issues. But also, you gotta figure there's like, I don't know, 18 years of me setting up and maintaining and installs and stuff like that of aquariums. So I've kind of learned everything for the most part already. So none so far, knock on wood, none there will be, because this is awesome, awesome tank.
Julie says, can you have an urchin in a Nano 25?
You can. The tuxedo urchins are great. Get one as they're smaller. And then also, like we do in here, we do the same thing, is we add little pieces of seaweed for them to eat on, because there isn't a lot of algae because it's still pretty new. So definitely if you don't have natural algae, give it some seaweed.
I see Keenan laughing over there. I'm wondering what
I know, he sees, you're smirking and I don't know what it's about.
I wish I had some chicken nuggets today. I'm upset.
I know, want some nuggies. All right. Hannah says, can you have a dotty back and a royal grommet in the same tank? Would not recommend it. They're closely related. They have similar zones that they like to live in. If it's a very, very large tank, you can probably get away with it, but don't do it in general. Is he putting something up there?
Sorry?
You're smirking over there. What's happening? All right.
Tell us. Ryan C says, I have a 6-line wrasse right now that isn't aggressive, but it's a juvenile. Will it grow up to be aggressive? Depends on how you raise it. No, I'm just kidding.
How good of a wrasse parent are you? That was an amazing answer. That's all I have to say. Okay.
That's my feedback for today, you guys.
Honestly, it's a 50-50 with them. Some people have them and they get bigger and they're like nasty little things. And I have had them, and I've had plenty of people where they really just mind their own business. So there's no way to say. But I've seen 6 lines actually get pretty big.
Yeah.
Surprisingly, little times you don't notice that they get solid like 3-4 inches, which is pretty hefty for a little wrasse that you get when he's like that big. But 50-50 shot, no telling until he gets bigger.
2 more questions.
2 more.
Two
okay.
more. And then we're giving away a CJ t-shirt, Syncra
Pump.
2.0.
And we have a swag giveaway.
Announcing the all-in-one swag giveaway with ORA.
Yes. All right. AJ says, can you have a pair of clownfish in the Waterbox Cube 10? Yes, it will be your only fish. But with an anemone, it'll be a perfect setup.
Last question.
All right, last one.
Victoria says, how often... This is what you were laughing at. Victoria says, how often do you bicker off camera? I don't think we really do we?
We know.
Now, but you do tell each other, shut up. And
Yeah. No,
yeah.
we give each other S.
He's really mean
give each
to
other
me.
shit.
He's so
But-
mean to me.
Yeah.
He'll walk by and just tell me to shut up and stuff. So, you know,
That's fake news.
it's real news, but it's done as joking. No, we're equally rude to each other at times.
Yeah, we
but all
have
in fun.
good humor, so it's like a lot of this banter happens off camera too. That's the fun part. So
Yeah. How do you
yeah,
bicker
that was a
off
great
camera?
question.
All right, that was great. All right, so we have giveaways.
let's
What do you want to start with?
let's actually go to the all-in-one ORA giveaway.
Okay, so we're gonna show we're gonna pick the winner for the ORA all-in-one swag giveaway. And this one we announced it last week of some social actions that you needed to do to get entered. And I think they're pulling that up now.
Yep, now you're ready.
All right, ready? The winner is. Let me see. The
Christina's.
ORA swag giveaway. Come on, too much confetti.
Fashionista.
Fashionista. All right, wishing for a Waterbox Peninsula 65. My ORA fish of choice would be the splendid dotty back. Those are really cool, a little bit more aggressive, but they have awesome pattern and a big fat body style. It's really cute. So
Nice.
good choice of a Waterbox of an ORA fish to choose, and hopefully you will get yourself a Waterbox Peninsula soon.
There you go. Congratulations.
All right, so that was done, and we do have a CJ shirt. Oh, not yet.
He needs a minute. Time out. If you guys didn't know, many times
Troy says, "Be nice to Jess." Putting
I'm
it out there.
always nice to Jess. If you guys don't know, sometimes it's happy hour on Waterbox all the time.
Sometimes it's
Sometimes
happy
it's
hour.
happy hour all the time.
All the time. It is. Always something in here. I drink margarita. It's a complete gamble
Yeah.
on what it is.
I just roll the dice.
You just pick something. Our fridge is mostly alcohol.
I must specify Waterbox live Wednesday, 6 p.m., not at 1 p.m.
No. The Thursday at 1 p.m. would probably not be a good one to start happy hour at. Might be a little too early. We do have jobs to do after the show.
Yes,
So, but
do.
definitely join us Wednesdays. We always have something in here for our happy hour.
So cheers.
And cheers.
We appreciate you guys watching, even if it's not happy hour for you.
It should be.
Apparently that's mandatory also.
We should make that mandatory. You must be drinking. No, we probably don't want to create bad habits. But also, while we're waiting, remember, tomorrow is Thursday. Usually the Reef build is on that, but we are taking a couple of weeks off to let the aquarium cycle. So we won't be here on YouTube at 1 p.m. tomorrow, but we are going to be on Instagram.
Yep.
We're going to Instagram Live. We'll give you the bonus word and all of that. So definitely stay tuned. We'll show you the LX, what we're doing with it. We'll give you the bonus word. So definitely make sure to set your alarm to join us on Instagram.
Yeah, and if you haven't already, follow us on Instagram. Get you an entry.
All right, we are ready for the winners on the shirt and the pump. All right, winners are Reefer Build for the CJ t-shirt and Victoria Bondi for the Syncra Silent. Congratulations. Email winners at waterboxaquariums.com. Victoria won that pump for her wonderful comment. Yeah, so they'll get your information and get you your prize sent out.
You never
so.
know what's going to win you something on this show.
You don't. But you know what? Next week, we have more corals. So the second
I'm
round
excited.
of coral goes into the all-in-one peninsula, and it is also the final episode of the series. I wish we can kind of continue going with this one. It's a really fun one, but it's time to let everything just kind of fill in, the fish just settle and grow, do all of that. So make sure you get all your entries in. We will be back next week at 6 p.m. on Wednesday to add our last batch of coral.
Last week, you guys. If you didn't already, smash that like button
Or tap
graze
gently.
it lightly.
Graze it lightly.
Just graze it. Just make sure it lights up. Subscribe if you haven't already and hit those notifications because we are here every week. There's always a chance to win cool stuff.
Yep.
If you're in the market for a water box, head over to waterboxaquariums.com. We appreciate you all being here so much. So,
And we'll see you next week.
yeah. Thank you all for watching. Make sure you smash that like button, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Remember, you can visit us online at waterboxaquariums.com.
We're live every Wednesday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thanks for watching. See you next week.